Good morning all. Welcome back once again to our chemistry online class. Let's recall the previous topic we have already learned in the last class. What we have learned? Can a matter change its states? Is the matter change its state? Yes, the matter can change its state from solid to liquid, liquid to gas and solid to directly to gas. Now we are going to move to the next topic. The factors influencing the change or conversion of one state of matter to another. There are mainly two factors influencing the conversion of state of matter. First factor is temperature and second factor is pressure. We will discuss each factors one by one. So the first factor is temperature. We know that when a solid is converted to liquid, it requires heating. And again converted to gaseous forms, again requires more heat. Which means there is a temperature required for the conversion of one state of matter to another. Then, what happens when a temperature changes from one state to another? While on heating, the solid particles acquires the kinetic energy and it starts to melt and it is converted to in the form of liquid. While on decreasing the temperature, what happens? The kinetic energy of the particle decreases and it starts to freeze. That is, it starts to freeze and converted back to solid form. So the temperature is one of the factors that influence one change of matter for converting to another state. Normally the temperature is measured in degrees Celsius and also in Kelvin scale. For example, the ice starts to melt at 0 degrees Celsius. It is expressed in the term of degrees Celsius. The liquid starts to boil at 100 degrees Celsius. It is also expressed in the term of degrees Celsius. Now, in your exam, you have a question like this. Convert the following unit to another unit. That is degree Celsius to Kelvin. How to convert degree Celsius to Kelvin? 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. Okay. So, whenever we ask a question like this, convert the following from one unit to another. For example, 100 degrees Celsius. How to convert degrees Celsius to Kelvin? Add with 273 Kelvin. So 100 plus 273 giving 373 Kelvin. Reverse question is also been asked. Convert the following Kelvin unit to degree Celsius. How to convert? Subtract with 273 degrees Celsius. Okay. So you get degree Celsius. So for converting of degree Celsius to Kelvin, add with 273 and conversion of Kelvin to degree Celsius, subtract with 273. There are various other terms related with the temperature. First one is melting point. Melting point means the temperature at which the solid starts to melt at the normal atmospheric pressure is known as melting point. Boiling point. The temperature at which the liquid starts to boil is known as boiling point. There are various other terms related with this temperature factor. The important one is latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion means the amount of heat required for 1 kilogram of solid substance to convert into liquid form at 1 atmospheric pressure is known as latent heat of fusion. the amount of heat required for 1 kilogram of solid to convert into gaseous form at normal atmospheric pressure. Next factor is latent heat of vaporization. The amount of heat required for 1 kilogram of liquid to convert into gaseous form at 1 atmospheric pressure is latent heat of vaporization. Now hope you get the idea of how the conversion of state from one state to another state influence the temperature. So while increasing the temperature, the particles acquires the kinetic energy and convert into liquid form. While decrease the temperature, what happens? The particle lost its kinetic energy and remain back to its state. Coming to the next factor, that is pressure. We already studied about sublimation process. What is sublimation process? The process at which solid is converted to liquid. The solid is converted back to gaseous state without forming liquid is known as sublimation process. During that process also, the pressure is being required. In LPG cylinders, liquefied petroleum gas is being applied. The gas gets liquefied by applying the pressure, and therefore its intermolecular force of attraction decreases. Let's learn more detailedly by watching this clip.
So we know that matter around us exists in three forms. What are they? Solid, liquid and gas. So what happens when a solid is heated? It changes to liquid. And when liquid again further heating, it changes to gas. And when a gas is cooled, it changes to liquid. And a liquid further changes to solid by again cooling. So that is the process we already know. So solid in the conversion to liquid requires heat. Again requires heat to convert into gaseous form. The reverse process is again take place. Gas to liquid, cooling is take place, and liquid to solid, cooling is take place. What happens when during this process of change of state of matter? The ice, when melt, the particles comes closer together and cannot move, and it starts to melt and further forms water. And again on heating, the particle moves further part away and it starts to boiling and it is converted to what? Gaseous form. So this is the process that is taken place. Melting. So we discuss about various terms related to the temperature. The first term is melting. Melting means when a solid is heated, it starts to melt. The solid starts to melt at a particular temperature and changes to liquid. And this process of melting is known as fusion. And the temperature at which the solid melt is known as melting point. The melting point of ice is always 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin. We already discussed that the temperature is measured in the terms of degrees Celsius and Kelvin scale. So we can conclude that latent heat of fusion means the amount of heat energy required for change of 1 kg of a solid to liquid at its atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as latent heat of fusion. What is latent heat of fusion? The amount of heat required to change 1 kg of solid to liquid at its atmospheric pressure. Then, what happens during the time of boiling process? When a liquid is heated, the particles even get more acquired the kinetic energy and started to move faster. And there is a temperature at which the liquid starts to boil and changes to gas. And that temperature is known as boiling point. Normally the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. It's also explained with the term latent heat of vaporization. It is the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kilogram of liquid to gas at the atmospheric pressure at its boiling point is known as latent heat of vaporization. The conversion of one unit to another in unit is very important, okay? So, you know how to convert from degree Celsius to Kelvin. For degree Celsius to Kelvin, add 273, and for Kelvin to degree Celsius, subtract with 273. So these are the effect take place during the temperature is being applied. When solid get cold, the particles comes closer. When it get aqueous heat energy, the particle go looser. Then liquid. Liquid again get cooling, the particle is in closer. And when it acquires the kinetic energy, the particles moves on or spread on further. You already know that sublimation process, the process at which the solid is converted to gas. Here is given an example for that. Here we take a burner with a china dish, that is a plate china dish, where ammonium chloride is taken, and close it with an inverted funnel, and a cotton plug is being attached on the mouth end of that funnel. The happen is the ammonium chloride starts to boil and it is converted to vapor. And the vapor are cooled and then again changes in the form of solid. That means in the china dish itself, the ammonium chloride is being left. There is no change of conversion to gas take place. Only the solid form is there. Okay. So this is a process where sublimation is being explained. So interconversion of state of matters occurs solid to gas and gas to liquid. So this is the process happens there. When solid is converted to liquid, that is melting, requires liquid to solid solidification process, liquid to gas vaporization process, gas to liquid condensation process. And solid to gas and gas to solid is given by sublimation process. Effect of pressure. So another factor is effect of pressure. We know that when pressure is applied to the gas molecule, it comes closer and the gas converted, it's changed to liquid. So the gas get liquefied by applying a pressure or reducing the temperature. Compressed solid carbon dioxide, that is dry ice, is an example for that. If the pressure is reduced, it converted directly to gas without forming the liquid state. So solid carbon dioxide is also known as dry ice. So what happens when the pressure is applied? When the pressure is applied, the particle come closer and it is converted in the form of liquid. So this is the process taken place. Hope you get the two factors, effect of temperature and effect of pressure. The related link and the note is attached along with this video. Go through it and download the notes and the test paper. You please compulsory attend the test paper without any fail and post your answer as soon as possible. So let's wind up this section. See you on the next class. Till then, take care. Bye students.